Hello, everyone. This is Theta, and we are just talking. But what are we talking about? Your day? Is it good or bad? Are you positive or negative? Do you work or stay home? If we're just talking, then let's just off script. It doesn't have to be either good or bad, it could just be a shape of conveying. Shape conveying. It's a conveying shape. You could say your not fixed at a point. You work or stay home? Well, you wander endlessly. So if we're off script, then what leads to the next? Is it physicality or spiritual or mental? Is it here, there, where? Do you just want originality or something unknown? Do you focus on intuition, gut feeling, logic, emotion? Something new? What is you? I am that. I am the at it. Who, what, when, where, how, why? Do you have a side? Are you us or them? Or are you living together or dying alone? Is it confusing to be always vulnerable and accepting. Somewhere over the edge of forever. Will you be forever? Is eternity possible? Does a story or plot need convention, structure? Or can you just word how you want to? Do you love unconditionally or love periodically? Is there more important things than love or hatred? If you want to be forever beside people, will it always be the same person last week, last month, last year? Do we change? Is it differential? Do you or have you ever thought women were childish or men toxic? Why do we fall into simple blame logic or emotional spurs of the moment? We feel embarrassed later. Is this a great way to talk? Always returning and going to and fro because it is what it is. What is the goal? Is it linear, modular, circular, pivotal or more complex, where you can change the routes to become the definite of the article. Beyond genuine, or also play acts to protect others. Is enlightenment and endarkment, nirvana, samsara, are they real or fixed ideas of sunyata and nothingness? So we did a little bit of etch bachelor school, and we checkmarked this. We go back into this and we create a visual map. So, how does this work? Well, the cool thing about this is ASD leads to SDF, leads to DFG, leads to FGH, and the progression from ASD to SDF links to ZXC. But it would be before it. So SDF would come right before ZXC, and because this whole thing is modular, and M comes before ASD, and XCV goes directly to WER, and this creates kind of like a compound structure. But the cool thing about this is when you're going through this process, these are like nodes in a system. So once you figure out how the nodes work, you can basically, I'm gonna hover with my finger over here. It's this. After ASD, this leads to this, but more progressively, all of this, as it is closer to the edge, it is farther the closer you get to here, I think. Or per se. I don't know. It could be different. It could be that this would be closer and this would be farther, but it's also this could be closer, but it's right here, and this leads to this, and you can read this in multiple ways. You could create a recursive map that actually works like that, but that's enough for that. Let's put a check mark. So now we're gonna use this as tag based allocation. So we have 8xb, also 2xb, 32cxb, 432vcxb, and it progressively gets more structural, but this is all linking to 2D mapping. If we really want it 1D as 2D, it would have to be like kind of complicated. It would be like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 4. And it would just grow like that into a primal axis. But then you would think, what comes in between this? There's 2. So above 2 would be 3. Above 6 would be 7. Below 2 would be 1. Below 6 would be 5. Above 3 would be 4. Above 7 would be 8. Above 4 would be 5. Above 8 would be 9. So this would be a new counting mechanism that, depending on how you count, progresses the system in a different way. So this could be a topological mapping. 1, 2, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where 6 went. Oops. Needs work, obviously. Let me fix that. 6, 7. Oh, where's 8? 8. Yeah. But this is based on our Etch class, we're going to be focusing on actual structural happenings. So because we have the AXB2X 32XCB, we can create allocated words such as hello world. I went to the store, bought candy, went home, and fell on my bed. That is a structural sentence that can be used as allocation, where you can choose lettering from there. So that's one example of a calligraphy of allocation, which you could get any meaning out of it. It's like poetry, but it's like you would call this letter words, because they were originally from actual words, but they started to form their own structures directly related to the it structure, which I still need work trying to understand what it is. But the cool thing about this is we can use this allocation to add inference patterns to add structural structures within the sentence, and add operators. And it changes the perception of the words to have different meaning. So that's how the inference works. You had operators and the whole thing changes, and you use that intuition, imperative functions, your bias, logic with it, and fictional pride in religiosity. But it's not the same religiosity, it's more like also atheistic. It's just proving yourself through this. So, yeah, let's put a check mark on that. I call this PD Classroom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because this teaches you about the old systems. It used to be that life was a maze, a mountain. a labyrinth. And there are traps, cults, ill mind, ego, pride, selfishness, with the antonym side, spirit, soul, color, vibration, ego death, God, infinity, negative infinity. You didn't hear about this, but zero, sunyata. But now there is a new system. It takes what you learn from all of that and provides math, science, logic, reasoning, and tries to use old systems to succeed in them, even if they're fake. Because what is truly fake or real, sometimes it's hard to tell. But looks like the phone thinks I'm lying, so I could say that lies and truth are one and the same in a way. But it's not that simple, because we are not our thoughts, our consciousness, our soul, our spirit. There's more shells of being, which basically means think like a Time Lord, not a human. Work harder, not smarter. Then, after that, think smarter, not harder. Go fast, slow, slow, fast. Go really, really slower, slowerest. X. Thus, live in new moments modularly and segmented. Think in lines, circles, dots, concentrics, formulas. Act. Love like a human. Think like a Lord of Time. Sometimes ego doesn't return, so find it. Again, the search is worth it. Old selves return like waking up from bed.